Hey guys, what's going on? It's Foxyudude98 here today for my bros, and today I am going to be reporting on the pre-season of the F1 Subscriber Championship hosted and created by Foxyudude98. So first things first then, the calendar. If you check the bottom left of your screen, you will see the first race of the season coming to you guys next Wednesday is Austria. The Red Bull Ring, Red Bull's home Grand Prix, will be the first round of the F1 Subscriber Championship. I think this is a fantastic way to start. It's all been randomised, but I think this is a perfect track. It doesn't need too much skill, but it needs enough to define who are really going to push for this championship this season, and who are the underdogs, and who could be a bit of a wild card throughout the season. Now, regarding teams, so earlier on today, Foxyudude98 released the draft. I will link the draft down in the description if you want to go see his version, but I'm going to be showing you guys right now which drivers are with which teams. Now, it's important to remember that all the cars are on equal, so the only difference is going to be livery, but also driver relations within teams, because you never know at the end of the season, it might be two teammates battling it out for the championship. It might be one driver is, one driver isn't, and if team relations are good, then perhaps team orders could come into play and championship contenders could get a huge handicap and help from their teammates. So starting off then with the world champions of the last 3 seasons, Mercedes Petronas Grand Prix. Their drivers has been given by the draft will be JG24 Neptune and Williams Gaming. Williams Gaming does have a YouTube channel, so you can go and check him out. Not a bad pairing, especially in this World Championship team. And you have to presume that this is going to be one of the main teams at the front of the grid this season. But who knows until we reach the first race in Austria. Moving on to the second team then on the grid, we have Red Bull Racing. So their home Grand Prix, as mentioned, will be the first race of the season, and their driver lineup is Bombshell and Callum Plays. All the driver lineups are pretty solid, guys, so watch out for these two, especially in the first race of the season. Ferrari are the third team up next. Foxyudude98 and XOR Kirby 97 are their two drivers. XOR Kirby 97 is one of the most experienced drivers on the grid, so definitely watch out for Ferrari's driver lineups. Personally, I think these guys could be one of the best pairings on the grid, bar the next team, which is Force India. I think these guys have the strongest driver lineup, mainly due with the fact not only do they have the host of the championship, Foxyudude98, he also has, as his teammate, his cousin Foxyudude98, both with their own YouTube channels linked down in the description. Their teamwork is going to be absolutely on point. So if any other team want to try and win those constructors, they're going to have to try and work as well as they can to try and beat these two relatives. Dan44HD and Verstappen Lover, despite their names being linked with other teams, are going to be driving for Williams Racing this season. Personally, it's one of my favourite liveries on the grid, and Williams has such a history. Can these guys live up to the expectations the team will have this season? Bearing in mind the last win for the team came in the 2012 Spanish Grand Prix, I'm sure Dan and Verstappen Lover are going to want to try and do their best to pull out some fantastic performances throughout the season. Next, McLaren, one of the most popular teams on the grid, will be headed by Timor 0299 and C4 Tological. Being a fan favourite team is definitely not easy, especially when you're driving for McLaren, and just like Williams, what a fantastic history they have behind the team. Whether Timor and Tological are able to repeat the successes of drivers like Lewis Hamilton, Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost, we don't know, but I'm sure they're going to try and do their best to beat the rest of the field. Next team then, the sister team to Red Bull, it's Toro Rosso. Leading their charge will be Dragon Pro 200 and Peckley J2. Now, the interesting thing about Toro Rosso, as we have seen from last season, they don't mind a cheeky driver switch, so who knows, mid-season, if any of these drivers are performing, there might be a slight change between the teams. The new team on the grid then this season, Haas Racing, will be delivered by David Larkby and GT Brom. Both drivers are going to want to try and make as big an impact as possible, despite one of the most disgusting liveries on the grid they're going to have to live with for these 12 weeks of racing. Renault then, the banana car as it is known, will be led by arguably one of the fastest names in the sport, Sonic HDG HG12, which is a name in itself, and F1 Gamer Temple. Both these gamer tags, I think, scream speed, and I'm sure Renault will be very happy that their aims of trying to win this World Championship will go as well as possible. The second to last team then on the grid is Sauber. Back in the day, they used to be a very competitive team, even earning a few podiums themselves, but in recent years it's not been going too well, so I'm sure Alex Digu 2002 and Eclipse TN will try their best to score some well-earned points for the team and will be aiming for the win just like the rest of these drivers on the grid. The final team comes in the form of Mana Racing. Their future is in doubt about the 2017 season, but I'm sure Chippyking98, myself and Fintley360 are going to try our best to try and restore Mana and hopefully do our best to win the World Championship. So that's the driver lineup then for this season. If I was to chuck in some predictions, I think it's going to be tight between Force India, Ferrari and maybe ourselves Mana, but we have not seen any of the paces of the drivers, so we really don't have a clue who is going to be quick until the practice and qualifying sessions in Austria. Personally, I really quite like the calendar. Definitely the final 4 races of the season are my strong point, which in actual fact is a really good thing, knowing that I have those races in my locker in case I'm a few points down heading into those final races. Monaco I do particularly like, although that's going to be a real struggle, but I'm really glad that is on the calendar, because I think if you play that safe, you could really pick up some good points, but it's just going to be staying out of trouble into that first corner. So guys, hopefully you're looking forward to next Wednesday when this series will start up on this channel, but as always, like, subscribe, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.